The Charge of the Light Brigade. Half a league, half a league, half a league onward. All in the valley of death rode the 600. Forward the Light Brigade! Charge for the guns, he said. Into the valley of death rode the 600. Forward the Light Brigade! Was there a man dismayed? Not that the soldier knew someone had blundered. Theirs not to make reply, theirs not to reason why, theirs but to do and die. Into the valley of death rode the 600. Cannon to the right of them, cannon to the left of them, cannon in front of them, volleyed and thundered, stormed at with shot and shell. Boldly they rode and well, into the jaws of death, into the mouth of hell, rode the 600. Flashed all their sabres bare, flashed as they turned in air, sabering the gunners there, charging an army while all the world wondered, plunged in the battery smoke, right through the line they broke, Cossack and Russian, reeled from the sabre stroke, shattered and sundered. Then they rode back, but not the 600. Cannon to the right of them, cannon to the left of them, cannon behind them, volleyed and thundered, stormed at with shot and shell. While horse and hero fell, they that had fought so well came from the jaws of death, back from the mouth of hell. All that was left of them, left of 600. When can their glory fade? Oh, the wild charge they made! All the world wondered. Honor the charge they made! Honor the Light Brigade! Noble 600! The last of the Light Brigade. There were 30 million English who talked of England's might. There were 20 broken troopers who lacked a bed for the night. They had neither food nor money. They had neither service nor trade. They were only shiftless soldiers, the last of the Light Brigade. They felt that life was fleeting. They knew not that art was long. That though they were dying of famine, they lived in deathless song. They asked for a little money to keep the wolf from the door, and the 30 million English sent 20 pounds and 4. They laid their heads together, but that were scarred and lined and grey. Keen were the Russian sabres, but want was keener than they. And an old troop sergeant muttered, "Let us go to the man who writes the things on Balaclava the kiddies at school recites." They went without bands or colors, a regiment 10 files strong, to look for the master singer who had crowned them all in his song. And, waiting his servant's order, by the garden gate they stayed, a desolate little cluster, the last of the Light Brigade. They strove to stand to attention, to straighten the toil-bowed back. They drilled on an empty stomach. The loose-knit files fell slack. With stooping of weary shoulders, in garments tattered and frayed, they shambled into his presence, the last of the Light Brigade. The old troop sergeant was spokesman, and, "Begging your pardon," he said, "you wrote of the Light Brigade, sir. Here's all that isn't dead. And it's all come true what you wrote, sir, regarding the mouth of hell. For we're all of us nigh to the workhorse, and we thought we'd call and tell." "No, thank you, we don't want food, sir, but couldn't you take and write a sort of to be continued, and see next page of the fight? We think that someone has blundered, and couldn't you tell 'em how? You wrote we were heroes once, sir. Please, write we are starving now." The poor little army departed, limping and lean and forlorn, and the heart of the master singer grew hot with the scorn of scorn. And he wrote for them wonderful verses that swept the land like flame, till the fatted souls of the English were scourged with the thing called shame. They sent a check to the felon that sprang from an Irish bog. They healed the spavined cab horse. They housed the homeless dog. And they sent, you may call me a liar, when felon and beast were paid, a check for enough to live on, to the last of the Light Brigade. O 30 million English, that babble of England's might! Behold, there are 20 heroes who lack their food tonight. Our children's children are lisping to honor the charge they made, and we leave to the streets and the workhouse the charge of the Light Brigade. Hi there, Chris here. Thank you very much for getting through the entire recording. If you enjoyed this rendition, consider hitting the like button, sharing, and commenting, especially if you have some advice for improvement. I want it all. If you're interested in hearing more and different readings, consider subscribing to the channel. I aim to get a new recording up every week, real life notwithstanding. I also manage a gaming channel, which is much more laid back. If you're interested in that sort of stuff, feel free to check it out. Thanks again, and until next time, I will see you when I see you.